All right, in this example, have already solved for x. We got negative 2y plus 2. So we know that x equals, all right? So we need to identify the x in both equations. So we know that x equals, so I'm going to identify the x in the second equation as well. And so there they are both identified. So what that means is that I already know what x equals. It equals this. So we're going to take the x out of the second equation, and we're going to substitute in its place, okay, negative 2y plus 2. All right, so we no longer have an x in our second equation. All right, it is just being manipulated and substituted with negative 2y plus 2, and that needs to be in parentheses because now we need to have the 3 outside be distributed to each term inside. So we're going to distribute that 3 times negative 2 and 3 times positive 2. All right, so if we have that, 3 times negative 2 is negative 6y, and 3 times positive 2 is positive 6, and then we bring down the rest, plus 4y equals negative 4. Well, now we don't have an x, so we can solve for our one variable we do have, which is y, which means I need to identify my like terms. And my like terms are the negative 6y and the positive 4y. They're like because they both have the y's. So now we combine our like terms, negative 6 plus 4. I take the coefficients and I add them. So I get negative 2y. I still have the plus 6. I haven't touched that yet. Equals negative 4. Keep on going. I have my single variable now. I don't have two y's in two different spots. I have one y. So now I need to get rid of the constant term by subtracting it to the other side, because that's the opposite of positive 6 is a minus 6. So I get negative 2y equals, combining these two, negative 10. And then I divide by the negative 2. So I get y equals negative 5. I'm sorry, positive 5. Negative or negative is a positive. So far, I've only found y. But if you remember, I have two different equations to solve for. Right? I had x equals negative 2y plus 2. Can't forget about that. Okay, and then 3x plus 4y equals negative 4. So those are my original equations, and I know that y is now 5. So if we look, I'm going to take this equation next. Okay, I'm going to take x equals negative 2y plus 2, and in this place, I'm going to put y equals 5. So now we're going to take x equals negative 2, and in place of y, I'm going to write the 5. Plus 2. Negative 2 plus 5 is negative 10. Plus 2. Those subtract and you get negative 8. So now x equals negative 8. I have an x value, I have a y value. So I get to put that as the point, negative 8 and 5. And there is your solution. The solution of these two lines is negative 8, 5.